what's up, everybody? So here's today's question. The real question is how we currently connect with families and why it's so important. And I am a firm believer in communication, especially in the field that we're in. So I want to talk about a few ways that I currently connect with parents and how I think I could reshape that to make it even more effective. So there's the few basic ones. Email and phone calls, I think that's something that we all do, but there's a few things that I do with those that I think are important that have really stepped up my game in the communication world. One thing with phone calls is I try my very hardest to make at least 2 positive phone calls a week. And this can be, really simple, like I just wanted to let you know that Johnny had a fantastic day today. He worked really hard, and I was really proud of him. Just wanted to let you know. And something like that can go a long way when you have to call Johnny's parents about something that he did wrong. At least they already know that, you're in that together and you're not just calling when they do something wrong, which is, I think, what a lot of parents already think. So breaking that cycle, I think, is really important. And then another thing, with email, something that I've done this year is email blasts. So instead of just sending to one parent or a group of parents, I try my best to keep my parents informed. So I send email blasts out at least once a week, just keeping them updated on things that are going on, giving them links to things or homework or whatever it might be. So this week we have a biography project that just rolled out, so I gave them information on that. Actually, today I just sent out in a blast, and we use Gmail, so it has a great feature, but this can be used through anything. If you're concerned about parents seeing each other's emails, you're like, I just kind of want it to go to them. You could do a blank carbon copy, so look that up if you're unsure. That allows you to send it to multiple people, but make it look like it's only getting sent to one person. So I think that's really valuable, because then parents feel like they're getting that information just for them, which is kind of nice as well. So those 2 things I think are really important. But then one other thing that I'm doing is I use ClassDojo for communication as well. So parents will message me constantly throughout the day as students are earning or losing points. And if you don't know about ClassDojo, it's a really great program. It's basically a points-based system, so a positive behavior management system where students can earn points for positive behavior and lose points for poor behavior. And then at the end of the week, if students are at 85% or higher in my class, they earn Fun Friday. If they're not, they have to fill out a reflection form on how they can do better. But parents see that constantly, so I'm constantly getting messages from parents on how come my student lost a point, or it's so great to see that they didn't lose any points today. And I also will send out little blasts through there, and parents will sometimes message me if their student is sick or any work that they need through there as well. So it's kind of like an email, but I think it's a little bit more user-friendly, and I also get those messages on my phone, which is really nice. It's just a quick thing, so I can see those things right away. Almost like a Facebook type of feed, which is really nice. Another thing that I do, this is a little bit more rare, but I'll do notes in students' backpacks. So I'll write a note out, and this can be positive or something that I just want parents to know with a specific student, and I'll just ask that student to get that to their parents. So I think parents like that because it seems like I actually put more time into doing it rather than just typing out an email. So I like doing that on occasion as well. And then conferences, obviously, is a way that we communicate. If I think it's necessary, I will have more than one conference for the parent. So that just kind of depends on the student and how they're doing in class. And then one other thing that I've done this year that I found to be really effective was a Google form. So I created a Google form that had some questions that I wanted my parents to answer. And this way they were able to answer anonymously. So I put this Google form on my website, and I asked parents to fill it out over winter break. And that gave me some really great insight onto what their opinions were on things like homework, or how they thought their child were doing in class, anything that they thought that could be changed. What would they change? Would they change anything? And things like that. And one of the questions was, how is my communication this year? And I got really, really great feedback. A lot of parents liked the form that I gave, and parents really, really loved the email blasts weekly as well. They thought that that was great information. So that's, I think, a great start. So I want to give you guys a little bit of insight on what I think I can do to make this even better. So I think one thing that I'd really like to try to do better is class newsletters. And it's a great way of communicating with parents and a great way of giving them a lot of information at one time that's going on in class for the month or whatever it might be. And I've done it one time this year. And that's one thing that's kind of fallen to the wayside. The one time that I did it, I did get really great feedback, and I got a lot of parents that emailed thanking me for the newsletter. And I also incorporated a Star Students of the Month type thing, and students really, really liked that. So I want to be better about doing that because I think it's just another avenue to get information out to parents. And I haven't had a parent yet that told me that they were given too much information and they want to know less about what's going on with their child. So I think that that's just another avenue that I want to start looking at more. I want to give parents more information, especially since in our building we switch for reading and math. So I have a different reading, different math, and a different homeroom, similar to something in a middle school. So because of that, I think I need to be better about making newsletters for each class as well, somewhere around once a month, to make sure that my parents know what's going on, because just because they're in my reading class doesn't mean the same thing is going on in their homeroom. So I think that will definitely put me up into that next tier of communication with parents.